boy, where do I begin? Ugh, my legs are killing me. Sorry about that intro. My legs are actually tired. Oh man, where do we start today? I don't even know how to start this video, but I'm sure you read the title, and we're back with these boys again. I know I try to not cover these type of people, but come on, it's just that every time I look for a topic that's a bit more interesting and something that's a bit more, I don't know, not crazy, you're into this stuff. This is one of it. So anyways, long story short, I don't know if I need to give you a brief history on Fresh and Fit, but we'll do a quick 20 second rundown. Basically, they are a men's podcast where they talk about dating, talk about money, talk about finance, all that. But they're mostly known for bringing on women on the show and where they dunk on bimbos and this and that. That's literally how it is. And if you don't believe me, just look up their channel and look up bimbo. However, I will say, important piece of lore, they were demonetized not too long ago. So, yeah. Pretty wild stuff. But anyways, it's actually not about them today. It's about somebody else. By the name, they were Wes Watson. Now, I have never watched a Wes Watson video in my life. The little bit that I dug on him was that he was an ex-con and now he does the same stuff, I guess. That's like this. He talks about prison, all that stuff. We know how it goes. And he got into a little debate with this man here, Andrew Wilson. I'll be honest, I have never seen this man's content in my life. I just took a look into what he does really briefly, and then I saw he does, like, he goes on to whatever podcast and espouses more Christian values. So that's the rundown. Anyways, they were having a little bit of a discussion over, like, success and what it means to be successful. And I'm going to tell y'all this much, okay? That is something I can't really give to you. My version of success is not going to be the same as yours, but we can lay out, some basic ground. We can get some common ground on it. So before we even get started, I'm going to say this much. I say success is mostly in whatever you're trying to achieve and you achieve it. That is really what success is to me. So if you're trying to have a family and you succeed in getting a family, that's a sign of success. You have a healthy family, that's success to me. You have money, that's also success. You know what I mean? So it's like the little things. But anyways, that's just my own philosophy on the whole matter. So anyways, point is, we're going to look at this panel just because, well, we're going to look at some parts of this panel because it is crazy how mad this man gets. But without further ado, let's get started.
How do you define success?
My definition of success is across the board. If you're not ripped, if you're not rich, if you ain't rare, if you don't stand out, if you ain't across the board successful, it doesn't mean f***ing shit to me. If you got straight tits and you're in your Rolls Royce, you look like a fucking clown to me. I'm just laughing at your dumb fucking ass.
Okay.
But this is the whole fucking point. You have a weakness. Change it, motherfucker. How the fuck are you going to lead people if you don't realize your weakness is their way out? They're not going to listen to you. You're sitting there possessing shit that they don't want to have. So, I mean, this is what people say. Oh, it's not about the money. It's about family, Wes. It's about this, about that. Motherfucker, when you're making money, it's about the money. When it's family, it's about family. When you're at the gym, it's about muscle. Whatever you're doing, it's about that. There's no black and white life. It's the gray area. You have to be good at everything. That's the goal, to really excel in every area. And that's the worst thing about these motherfuckers. They try to give you relationship advice. You got a borderline Miami 2. That's like a fucking Mississippi 6. Don't give me relationship advice to my 10 when you got a 2, motherfucker. Shut up. But this is the whole thing. People don't think I'm going to put the measuring stick to their motherfucking face. They better just watch what they say around a motherfucker who's beating them in every area. You better have a bad bitch. You better be ripped. You better fucking be rolling some sick shit. That's what I like. I grew up hustling. There has to be rims on my goddamn Phantom. Go out front. It ain't no...
So, some key takeaways here that we took a look at is, if we're not rich, if we're not ripped, if we're not standing out, and he also mentioned that if you don't have like a bad bitch, you are not successful. That's his version. And you know what, guys? That is his thing. He's allowed to actually think that way, believe it or not. We need diversity of thought so that we can debunk the crap out of it. Now, I'm going to tell you what the problem is with this, in my opinion. So, a lot of the stuff that he mentions are very materialistic stuff. You know what I mean? Very materialistic. Like riches, that's materialism. Having a person is basically having like an eye candy girl, that's actually materialistic in itself. And on top of that, whatchamacallit, and he also mentioned that like even being ripped. Now, I am an advocate for body health, of course. Like literally, I go to the gym like 4 times a week, or 3 to 4 times a week. That's doesn't matter the point. So point is, I actually kind of agree with him. However, not everybody needs to be ripped. Cause let's be honest, okay? Most people, they go to the gym. Why? To look good. Okay? That's why people do it. That's why some people do not do leg day. Some people are buff on the top, but they got sticks for legs. Even a chicken got thicker legs than some of these people. But I'm divulging from my point here. It's just that a lot of the stuff he said is very materialistic. And you know what stuff about materials? Materials, they wear and tear. So as nice as a Rolls Royce looks, guess what? The Rolls Royce is going to rust eventually, especially if you don't take care of it. It's going to rust, and you're going to have to get a new car. It's going to be unusable to a point. Money is finite as well. More money has value, don't get me wrong. It's that if your whole shtick is about money, just the same way you get the money, you could also lose it. You know what I mean? So it's just really interesting how these like alpha males will tell you that this is the way to do it. And keep in mind that a lot of people don't make it. He even said this man even said he's like a hustler. So this is a very hustle mentality. And to be honest with you guys, if I had to really break it down, if you really want to be like successful, while getting those things is nice, your basis should be something that's very like unshakable. So instead of saying I need to be ripped, say I need to have a healthy body so I can live longer for whoever I need to live longer for. That is much more solid. If you say money is, if it's something like money, it's like, okay, I need to fix my financial situation. Maybe you don't have to be making, 7 figures, but, just having, I don't know, 80K a year should be solid. Well, 80K after tax is more like it. But you get the point. So while the stuff that he mentions actually has some value to it, the point is it all falls apart when that's your main focus. And if you ever look at like super rich people, you can find that, and there are studies on this, they find that they are very miserable. Why? Because when your main focus is stuff like money, where you can easily lose it as much as you get it, and if your whole life rounds about money, guess what? Your focus will also be in the wrong places. But anyways, that's actually not even the main point of what I wanted to mention. I just find it's very interesting how he defines success. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me as a person. So while all that stuff is nice and has value, that should never be somebody's main focus. And also, he is talking about comparing yourself to other people. You know how crazy that is? You're comparing yourself to other people. It's almost like he has to be a cut above the rest. You know what it means to stand out? Standing out means you have something that nobody else has. And that is great. But if that is your main focus, to be above somebody else, you're going to get debunked every time, over and over and over again, to the point where, guess what? Not everything's going to make sense. You get the point? Anyways, that was a lot to take in. I actually ended up saying a lot. But I just find these talks are always, they're so repetitive, but you kind of have to hammer home these points. So let's keep going.
My definition of success is having a family, having children, and being part of the apparatus of the world. And true wealth is a rejection of materialism. As Christ said himself, what good does it benefit a man to gain the entire world at the cost of his soul? It's okay to have materialism. It's not against Christian ethics to become rich, become wealthy. But I just think it's all beside the point, ultimately. You're trying to go for a single thing, and it's to achieve something greater
than
the
money?
person.
Does he have money?
No.
Do you have money?
No, I don't have.
How much money do you have?
I don't
Does he
have money. But here's the thing. Why is money valuable?
Do you have money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking. Do you have money?
I just told no. I'm broke. I'm a nobody.
No, but really, you are?
Yeah.
Is he really broke?
Yeah.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo. I don't have a
just
Ferrari.
really have to know. Like, how much money you got?
Probably $5 in my pocket. Not much more.
See,
Like, shut up, man. Sheesh. No, this is what I'm talking. This is literally what I'm talking about. When your focus is on such materialistic stuff, you're gonna lose the plot. And it's not like I'm denying anything he said doesn't have value, but it's like, dude, if your goal in life is to compare yourself to every person that you see, I got more money than him. I got more. I got a better looking woman than you. Well, if you want to do the comparison, you may have a better looking woman, but your girl cheated on you twice. You want someone who's a cheater, or you want someone who sticks by you? You see what I mean? So it's kind of like whenever you point your fingers at somebody, you have 3 fingers pointing back at you, which means that you gotta look at yourself as well. And some people have some skeletons in their closet. I don't know if this guy has any, because I don't know who this man is. But some people got some skeletons in their closet where it's the point like you're pushing out something and it's just like, oh Lord. Maybe you shouldn't be the one talking. So it's just interesting to me that he's offering a different perspective and this guy's just trying to shut him down. Anyways, this is why these podcasts are a joke. This is why alpha males are not taken seriously. It's 2 sides of the coin. You have the extreme feminist that's not taken seriously, and you have these goobers who are not taken seriously as well. And this Andrew Wilson guy, I don't even know this man. I don't know if I like this guy. I'm just saying, he can't even finish a point. I can't even get a chance to disagree with this man. Even if I can't get a chance to agree with him either. Because this man doesn't shut up. Oh my God, these goofballs are so bad. My God. Anyways, let's continue because there's a lot more. Believe me, this situation gets much better.
Here's the thing, you guys. If you ain't fit, you can't say it's not all about being in good shape.
Why not?
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why not?
But if he does have money, he can say that.
Why not?
He
Why can't you say? Why must you have the thing before you hang on? Let me ask the question.
Because hypothetical is hypocritical.
Let me ask the question.
Hypothetical is hypocritical.
How do you even know what I was going to say before I've even been allowed to ask the question?
I know what you're going to say.
Then what was I going to say?
You're going to say, why can't you ask the question?
Okay, so that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is, how in the world can you create a standard that it's inappropriate to ask somebody, how come if I don't have X thing, because I don't value X thing, does that mean X thing is actually valuable?
You've never experienced it, so you can't speak about it.
You think that I haven't experienced wealth? Even poor people.
I was asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was asking if you did. I don't know who you are.
But even poor people experience days of wealth. And so the thing is
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Definitely so.
Not.
Definitely so.
I've lived the lowest lows and the highest highs.
Well, what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at these studies done on this, it does not.
I don't fit no fucking studies.
It does not hugely improve a person's life.
Are you proud of who the fuck you are?
Why don't you even let me
proud? If you look in the mirror, would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is?
Oh boy, oh Lord, we're not even at the best part yet of this video, but let's do some more discussion on it because that's what we do here. So imagine this, right? You're an outsider, okay, and you're seeing that a medicine is giving somebody a side effect, okay. Now you're a quiet observer and you're seeing this, and you tell the doctor, I don't think this person should take this medicine because it has some bad side effects. Imagine the doctor tells you, you're not a doctor. You can't make comments on this. Do you know how insane that is? As a matter of fact, do you even know why they have stuff like play testers or like people who try products out? Because having a different perspective can give you a lot of insight. So if somebody looks miserable when they have all this money, you can say that maybe money isn't everything. You don't have to be rich to be miserable. You know what I mean? Miserable comes in all forms, but having so much money can lead to misery. That's what I'm getting at. And, you know, what he's talking about in terms of wealth, it's more like, I don't really call it wealth, I just call it like fulfillment. In the sense that, you know, maybe you don't have the biggest car, you don't have the biggest truck, you don't have the shiniest rims, but you have a loving family, and that's enough for some people. Some people can live comfortable, paycheck to paycheck. And it's like, as long as my children are fed, they're going to school, they have a future, that's all that matters. So that's actually more where I align with in terms of that, but that's not really, it's not an opinion piece. I'm just, we're not at the best part yet. But you see what I mean? And the fact that he has, you know, been doing this stuff over and over again. He keeps saying, look at this guy. Imagine you were this guy. Imagine you were this and that. Dog, if we look at you, you look like a painting canvas. Like, you look like somebody took a paintbrush and they went crazy on it, like a 5-year-old did it. So, like, if we look at you, you're a grown-ass man wearing ripped jeans. You want to keep going? Your head is so shiny that I can probably, you know, see my reflection in it. You see what I mean? It's like when you point at somebody and you're calling him like fat, I can look at your tattoos and say they are trash. So, like whenever you attack a person, you should be open to being attacked. And this guy is still trying to fight the point, but he doesn't get a chance to speak. So, is that really alpha? You let a man not be able to speak? Is that alpha? Because maybe it's just me, but my version of alpha is you let the man speak, you dismantle his point, and you make him look dumb. That's a bit more alpha to me because it shows you're intelligent, you're calculated, and you can take something and you can dismantle it. Okay, you know, like you brase it in French, as we call it. You break it. That's the word. Yeah, that's just me. But then this guy actually got mad jokes too. But anyways, yeah. So if you actually want to have some fulfillment, don't compare yourself to others. And seeing that this guy is not comparing himself, yeah, you can see how the alpha male looks kind of stupid. I guess prison didn't teach you to pick your battles, buddy. Because you're not picking your fight this time. Mr. freaking Picasso arms over here.
That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off
I've been-
and tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of yourself.
I've been to fucking prison?
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you,
prison?
bro. You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits. you
No,
guys.
they go to prison.
Get your ass
Hold on,
beat
hold
in
on,
front
hold
of
on.
You think that
everybody.
that's better?
Guys,
You think that that's better?
Let's let him give his definition of success, and then
Having tits and 10-inch arms is what a man is, you guys.
let's let him
Please
get his.
If you're not contributing to a moral society and you're only contributing to a consumerist society, a materialistic society, that's the only thing you're going to worship. And tons of people worship material things and flash it around, but it's vacant. It's spiritually vacant.
The craziest thing is, if you looked at the people who are supposedly materialistic, we've helped more people than these guys who claim
Why
to
is
help
helping?
people.
What is? Why
We've
is helping?
actually
Wait.
changed more
Why
lives.
is helping important to you?
I mean, because I know what it's like to be at the bottom.
So are you helping someone if you give them an expensive watch?
Why do you think we just do that? You must not know who you're talking
I asked you a
to.
question. You didn't answer it.
I give them the habits to build themselves.
What did I
into
ask
something.
you though?
Said, am I helping them if I give them an expensive watch? I give them habits, a mindset.
So the
I
answer
teach
is
them
no.
how to operate.
So if you give them,
But you guys are assuming we're
Just
only
answer-
doing
no, no.
stuff about materialism.
Can a man answer a direct question?
Anyways, I just find it interesting that even Myron is like, all right, calm down, guys. Because, if this was a woman doing this man would have been screaming her to get off the stage. But this guy, Wes Watson or whatever his face is going around talking a bunch of nonsense. Talking about, I'm going to smack you. You bugging my guy. And it's just funny how he looks like how do I put it? Okay, I know the analogy. You ever see a chihuahua and it barks at the bigger dog, and the bigger dog is gonna look at it like, if you keep this up, I'm gonna have to bite that neck of yours and make you be quiet. That's what this reminds me of, a damn chihuahua just barking up and on non-stop. Because that's what happens. Smaller dogs, they'll bark to make themselves look more like, aggressive, and the big dog will be like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways. But, yeah, regardless of the points that I was trying to make here, it's just interesting to me that, these alphas have like some of the weakest egos on the planet. Like you make a little jab at them and they'll be like, oh my God, how could you say that? Look at you, you're fat. Maybe the guy's a bit pudgy, but that's not the point. If he was talking about like, I don't know, fat acceptance or something, saying fat is good, then you could be like, okay, you're pudgy and that, and the stats are wrong. That makes sense. But in the context of this, he's talking about wealth and stuff. He goes, you're fat, you're this. What are you on about? And anyways, the problem with these podcasts is that they always try to push something towards you. They're always trying to push like an agenda, a course or something toward you, so you can be like this. And Red Pill will be like, it's your fault you're not doing any of this. And it's like, there is some truth to it, okay? But underneath the truth, there's a lot of like, fluff and nonsense underneath it. And so that's what happens here in this case. But anyways, it just kills me how these alpha males or these goobers are always out here doing this kind of stuff. And you're telling me you gotta assert your dominance over a man who's literally sitting down, not even moving? Craziness. God damn, he came in swinging with that one. But yeah. Anyways, a lot of this video, like if you watched, I'll link it down below if you want to watch the whole interaction. Shout out to Araco TV, by the way, for the video, because he clipped a lot of this stuff down. for us to react to, which is great. And he also had his own points about the video, so I would actually recommend to go watch that as well. But you kind of see what I mean, though, with these alpha males. Like, come on. He asked him, does giving somebody an expensive watch help them? Okay? And he didn't. It's a very simple question. If he said yes, he could have said yes because showing them this could give them the habits to want to get the watch. That makes sense. But he didn't say that. He said, I just give them the habits, which is a load of garbage. Just because there's a lot of hate. It's a lot of stuff. And the sad part about the audience for these people is the most part is that these are people just looking for ways to, I guess I don't want to say level up, but improve their life in a way, more or less. And you have people who will take advantage of that space. And that's what you have this idiot over here doing. Luckily, hopefully this actual moron just got debunked like crazy. But you can have different perspectives, but you have to be ready to be able to back up that perspective. And him wanting to slap people is making me really not want to follow him. Even if I was disagreeing with both of them at the same time, or I was just wanting to be an alpha male, that looks like some weak stuff. Okay? Like I said, the small dog is trying to bite the big dog, but the big dog is looking at it like, you better shut up. And so, just because he's so hyper aggressive, it's like, yeah. And imagine this was like another convict that he was trying to size up, probably wouldn't do it. Because he sees somebody as lower, he can see him that he can, he can slap him up because he's talking. You know what I mean? So it speaks a lot to the mindset of these people. But anyways, that's enough out of me for today. It's just really interesting about that. But anyways, I actually want you guys to come away with your own opinion on this whole ordeal. Just because, while I have my own ideas, I always want to hear what other people have to say about it. Because sometimes you never know what you can learn from new people. You know what I mean? And with these type of podcasts, in my opinion, let's keep them up as far as it goes. Because guess what? We need his opinions in the open so we can shut him down. And if you like this type of content, I gotta ask you though, is this your king? Your king looks like his kingdom is about to go down. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. I haven't heard that lullaby in years. Anyways, that's enough out of me for today. So, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my socials down in the description below. But that's enough out of me, so ciao.